Hey, it's JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's October 13th, 2025. Looking out at that lightning storm. Subscriber Alex sent this photo in. Kind of got cut off a little bit for the lightning. But this is showing that lightning storm that came through on Friday. If you guys ever have any photos, feel free to DM me, text me if you have my number. I love to share them. And if you're enjoying this broadcast, we ask you to do a one-time donation, or even better, sign up for that monthly sustaining membership. All right, our week looking out at the first part of our week. Today's gonna be cloudy with a slight chance of rain. It's probably gonna be virga, that moisture that doesn't quite hit the ground. We can see it falling from the sky. Tonight, it's gonna have another round of thunderstorms with some mountain snow. And then Tuesday is looking wetter. It's going to be rain in the valley, snow above 8,000 feet, and scattered thunder showers mixed in with that. And then Tuesday night, we're also gonna get some snow, and it's looking like rain and snow pretty much through the rest of the week. That snow line does fall down a little bit, down to 7,500 feet. And looking at the storm boards this morning, I had to blink twice, but it looks like there is snow on the Galena Lodge snowboard. Looks like maybe about an inch there. Might have been a little bit more. I actually didn't play the video of when this fell. All right, we have an atmospheric river in the forecast for hitting the Oregon coastline. Doesn't look like we're getting a ton of moisture with it, but we are going to be getting a steady stream, especially for how it's been. All right, our area of low pressure is off the coast of Oregon right now. That is going to drift down the coastline and eventually work its way across the Great Basin, kind of like that direction. With that, because of this counterclockwise flow, it is going to stream up moisture in southwest flow. So that really favors the Wood River Valley side, and we're going to see that as our moisture comes into the area. So here you can see some of that virga probably forming and kind of Ketchum and North line, but it doesn't look like that moisture comes in till tonight. You can see this band of showery activity. Looks like it's going to have probably some thunderstorms embedded in that. Looks like kind of Ketchum and North, moving from south to north. And that's going to really ignite over the Pioneer Mountains, it looks like. And that is going to build over into Galena, and then the White Clouds and Sawtooth. And look at that band right there. If that thing comes overhead, that is going to dump some rain and snow in the higher elevations. This is going to be really elevation dependent over the next week. But you can see we're going to be getting lots of moisture going through the week. This band eventually is going to make its way up Tuesday night and bring in some more moisture. With that, we are going to have some thunderstorms. This is going to be starting tonight. You can see that coming through, and then it's going to stick with us mostly tomorrow. So we're going to look for scattered thunder showers developing throughout the day. We have plenty of snow looking like it's going to fall, especially Tuesday. Looks like it's pretty highlighted, 4 to 6 inches in the higher elevations. And for us, that is in the Pioneers and the Boulders and the White Clouds. And that's going to continue on through the week. Looks like Wednesday is kind of that next burst of snow. Take a look down here at how much water we're going to get out of it. Tonight, just looking like maybe 1/10 of an inch, but tomorrow it looks like the Pioneers, 4/10 of an inch. So you transfer that into snow with the upper elevations, and that's where that snowfall really can impact those higher mountains. That's going to move through Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday looks like kind of our next widespread precip event. And just looking at totals here, so that snowfall starts Tuesday into Wednesday. You can start to see it spike. So this is the national blend of models here, and that's looking like we could have 10 to 12 inches in the Pioneer. So that's where our 12,000 foot peaks are. Over in the Lost Rivers, they're going to be picking up, looks like 6 to 8 inches. And then the boulders, also 6 to 8 inches. Sawtooth's not picking up as much because they're not as tall of mountains. Pretty mountains, but not as tall. So looking like more 3 to 5 inches there. And if we go over and see our chances of how much snow we're going to have, looks like it significantly changes from trace to 1 inch for the valley floors. So it doesn't really look like we're going to get much in the valley floors. As we go higher up to 4 or 6 inches, it's really isolated to those taller mountains that I was talking about before, like the Pioneers and the Boulders and the White Clouds. And if we go over to 12 inches or more, really, again, about 10% chance, so not looking promising. So it looks like we're kind of sitting in that 4 to 8 range for the upper elevations, call it 11,000 and higher for really that significant snow. But I bet we're going to see a couple inches in the 9 to 10,000 foot range. All right, that's all I got for Monday morning.